Your beard.
Even for the beard, I keep it too short where it's like every day it's just gone the next day. So
Gotcha.
True.
Gotcha.
I gotta hit it.
Gotcha.
welcome back to the 100 Millionaires Podcast. My name is Walter Morello, and I'm hanging out with two of my millionaire friends, Mitch Jorsky, Michael Shine. Mike, bring us in.
Massive income from passive income. Woohoo!
And Mitch, how do we do it?
You gotta organize and collect.
So we've been talking a lot about wealth building and how do people become successful. And today I'd rather talk more about what we use to become successful instead of the how. You know, who, not how. We use people. We'll leverage people, other people's time, other people's money, other people's services, other people's programs. We use other people's knowledge. Everything is in the hands of other people when it comes to making money. But there are 7 distinct streams of income that millionaires all have that I want to talk about today a little bit. And I know there's one we're going to dive deeper into this week. We're probably going to dive deeper into capital gains, which is stock related business sales, real estate sales, which we're all kind of doing quite a bit right now. Although some of us are just not taking the capital gains and we're just allowing for appreciation. So setting off the gains to the future. So the first
or 1031.
Or 1031. There's different ways for. I made a post earlier. I was like, yeah, I'm all about paying taxes, but I don't have to. I reinvest everything back into the assets, so they don't require tax being paid. Taxes are only paid when you mess up, when you take money out of the system. If you keep the money in, you don't pay taxes. So the 7 streams of income, real quick, are active income, rental income, dividend income, interest income, capital gains, profits from a business, and royalties. So the 7 streams of income. Right now, you can have multiple of those streams. We have people who have 50 streams, 100 streams. We have people who have just 7. Some have 5.
Yeah, I think Gary Keller was saying in his book, one of his books, that he had 153 streams of income.
Bananas.
I mean, Walter's also frozen.
Walter's frozen. Oh, he's back.
There he is.
You can
Now
hear
he's
me.
back.
I can hear you. That's all that matters.
He's back.
Yeah.
It was like nothing happened. We were smooth.
Or it might have been Kinney. He was a Keller Williams agent. Do you know this guy? Ben Kinney. Ben Kinney? I don't know. He's like probably the top agent Keller Williams in the world.
Obviously,
and he has like amazing story. And I saw him on, but yeah. So he had like 153 because he counted every house as a stream of income. So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, there's that. Then I guess I got a lot of streams of income.
Right.
Yeah,
If I look at all my units.
7 categories. But
I mean, in reality, every single property is a income stream.
Right.
There's the argument that every business you have is an income stream. Some people make the argument that every client you have is an income stream.
You start talking to your tenant like that. Listen, you're part of my business and you're really dropping the ball right now.
Oh, I got a property. I want to go do that.
We require that you pay this amount so that we can go and pay the bank and these other things, and we get to keep a little bit.
When we hired you,
this business, and you're not
when
doing
we brought
your
you
job.
on, when we brought you into the community,
you had one job.
I love that.
One job.
One job.
Yeah, rental income is definitely one of my favorites. I used to be a huge fan of dividend income, and and then I looked and I started talking about capital gains more and more, because capital gains were just easier to make. It just seemed like you didn't have to pay any taxes until you finally went and sold, or you could just build your net worth through capital appreciation.
Dividends, and just reinvest those dividends and get more. If you're talking stocks, you get more stock. You just always reinvest your dividends. Not financial advice, but it is financial advice. I
guess
this is not financial advice, but I've been told by my father since I was like 20, always when they give you that little choice to reinvest your dividends, if you can reinvest your dividends, just reinvest them.
Yeah, I messed up on that with I've held Starbucks stock for, at this point, 17 years, and I never turned that on. And I'm sure I would have way more shares of Starbucks.
Shares of Starbucks, right? Yeah, totally, it just kind of magically appears like 0.023 0.0323% share of Apple, and you just keep ratcheting it up. Yeah, it's awesome.
And Tesla stock soon dividends.
Yeah, right. Wouldn't that be awesome? But they're too busy building factory after factory, so I'll let them.
They're still in capital appreciation mode.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to be reinvesting into the business for some time still.
For some time, yeah. They said this year they were going to announce 2 more gigafactories. So yeah, that is cool.
Picked up some more during the $800 crunch. And
nice job. I got some in the 900s, but yeah.
Oh, we're back to 9s now, so I may pick some more up.
But I think we're actually back to thousands now. But let's take.
Do we already make it?
Well, let's see. We are, yes, we're at 1,007.
And if you sell that stock, that would be capital gains income.
Right.
That would be capital gains.
What'd you get whacked? Like 40%, but it's.
No, it depends on how much you made that year. So capital gains is
15
federal.
25%. Oh, short-term, long-term. That's right. 25% is short-term.
Short-term is
it up to 25?
Short-term is quite a bit. So
20,
I know that long-term is 15, but I'm not
long-term
positive.
is 15.
I mean,
this is why this is not financial advice.
Way higher.
You go do your own research, and we'll add a little bit for you to start your search. How's that?
Well, and that's what's funny. Like, I used to know these rates off the top of my head because I used to do my own taxes. But then when I basically hired a badass accountant, because I basically got to the point where it's like, it's smart to hire an accountant. I have multiple.
Neil McSpadden is a badass accountant. We've been dealing with him right now because he's doing our taxes, and he's on it. It's so good. TaxSherpa.com. TaxSherpa.com.
Neil knows what he's doing. So, but because of that, I don't keep up as much, or if I'm going to do a transaction, I think I might get impacted by one of these rates. And that's when I either look it up or reach out to my accountant.
But
let's Google it real quick. So, Mike, you said you were going to share some lithium stocks with us, since that's a place that we're all getting capital gains in. Well, not gains.
So this is not financial advice, but so if you've watched us at all, you know that I'm Tesla obsessed, and one of the things you learn when you start reviewing all this Tesla stuff is that the world is battery constrained. Okay, and so for the next 10 to 20, maybe 30 years, every battery that any company produces, not just Tesla produces, will be used somewhere, either in solar backup or cars or so there's plenty of opportunity. But one of the chemicals that goes into batteries is lithium, and after doing some research online, I found a bunch of lithium stocks. They actually get lithium out of the ground, or they take it from like salt water. And so the 4 that I'm invested in, Gualter, you're invested in a different one. Actually, 3 of these are lithium. One of them is graphene, but Sayona Mining and Lake Resources, which is one that we all own, and also Lepidico, Lepidico Limited.
Sounds like a drug for cholesterol.
And when I was talking to you guys about, I wanted to talk about this. I threw some money in, like, maybe $6,000 or $7,000, and thought, whatever. If I double that, this is fun. This is not money I was paying my mortgage with or anything like that. And so I bought Lake at 6 cents a share. I believe it was. Didn't we say 6? Yeah. It's now at $1.51. Okay. So this is insane, because it went from fun money to real money. And my thought is I took some seller financing on the place in Roatan, and I'm going to pay that in 3 installments. And I was actually looking at these lithium stocks today, and maybe sell some of it to pay those 3 payments, so that I will own the 5 unit in full. And even though I'm going to pay taxes on this, capital gains, I'm okay, because if you make money, you're going to have to pay taxes. But I really, this came from like nothing, and now it's real money. I don't
I mean, you're paying taxes on what is like essentially 98% house money.
Yeah.
And that's actually, that reminded me too. I gotta connect you with that crypto lender. I'll loop you guys on an email after we get off the call.
Yeah, thank you. That's so awesome.
The only
Siona's.
two,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say Siona has an A in it, Sayona, but I can.
And I'll tell you what, man, there's a huge difference in when you get into something because Lake Resources is my bigger position. I also have the Graphene one, Novonix.
Yeah.
That's a smaller position, but even though my position in Lake, it's not as big as yours, but like it's the biggest position I have in terms of these plays. My average price is 45 cents. So like, it's like, sweet, I've tripled my money, but you know,
you missed the 10x before that.
Like I 3x my money, he's 20x his money because he got in sub 10 cents, 6-7 cents. My average price is 45. It's a huge difference.
Yeah.
And that's why I recommended, and this is not financial advice. I just was talking with Walter and Mitch.
Just interesting.
Lepidico, I was just like, well, all right, here's another lithium company. And I did a little research. Seemed like the CEO knows what he's talking about. That thing I bought at like 3 cents. So
nice.
If you put like $6,000-$7,000 into 3 cents, like if that thing goes up to $1,
big money.
Wow, that's big money. So yeah.
Right. And we're not predicting the future. We have no idea what this
exactly.
Well, and the reality is the majority of penny stocks are losers. Like,
yes.
But the ones that hit, they hit for 10, 20, 30, X. And that's, when people invest in penny stocks, there's people that literally just focus on penny stocks and they know they're like, my goal is to hit on 1 out of 10. Because if I do that,
exactly,
I'm going to be profitable because that one I hit is going to be a 20, 30, 40 bagger.
The way I've looked at it is if I put 10,000 into this each year or 6,000, I do it with my Roth, then all I'm going to lose is if I break it across 10, the $600 that I'm going to lose on each one of those is fine. But as long, like that's my bottom, I can't lose more than that $600 on that stock. But if one of those goes in at 10x's, I've made back the money. If it goes anything beyond that, I've got a good return. Or it could work better than that, right? Like in the case where we went in on these lithium stocks, I've only got 2 that are down and the other ones are running up.
All right.
Novonix is down from my initial position. I got in late, like Mitch was saying.
The core lithium, you crushed it on that one, right?
Crushed it on core lithium, crushed it on Sayona. Crushing it on Lake. I came in like literally a couple of weeks after you or a week after you.
Yeah. And but so don't be afraid to pay taxes if you're, well, Mitch always says
there's nothing wrong with taking capital gains if there's something else you want to do with the money and there's no way to basically, transition it through any of the tax advantage vehicles. It is what it is. Sometimes
sometimes you pay Uncle Sam and you move on. A few times with like my father, he sold stuff and his attorney, who's like a whiz at like tax stuff and 1031 exchanges. You met him, Walter, Brendan. Yeah. So like my dad would always say, you're deferring those taxes when you do a 1031 exchange because you're kicking the can down the road. And so there's been a couple of times where he said, I've had enough of this. I keep looking for another deal to put another piece of property. I'm just going to just take the money out and pay it. And then I think my dad took like the profit and just put it in the stock market, which unfortunately you can't take a real estate asset.
Yeah, 1031
sell it. You can't 1031 into stocks, so yeah, but it's just
too bad you can't 1031 it to crypto, even though they classify crypto as property.
Right.
That's why it's going to.
It would still have to be like kind. So
I know.
Be crypto.
It's just fun.
Yeah. So, yeah. So sometimes you do say what Walter said, where you figure out a way to not pay the taxes and keeping the game, which the government likes. And other times you say, well, we got to make a decision here, and so we're just going to pay that off. So. I mean, in my case with the Roatan property, I'm paying 6% interest right now. So pay that down. It's not bad, but that was the deal that we brokered anyways. And
6%'s not bad, man. I've paid 12 on properties before.
Short-term finance, that's an awesome rate.
Brenda didn't want to have any debt on this property. She just said, I don't want to worry about filling the Airbnb or anything like that. I just want to own it free and clear. So sometimes it's emotional. I mean, right? You could probably take that money and invest it in something like Tesla or Lithium Stocks and make more money, but doesn't.
There's no question about it.
Doesn't.
There's no question. Are there better places to put the money? But sleep at night points.
Yes. The nice thing is if you have an abundance mindset, this is only a small part of your whole capital, so you don't really worry about it, Yeah.
That's right.
It's cool.
And this goes to everybody and it goes to us. We were just talking about this before the call, is we are all very aware that we are all playing small. Yeah. Right? Even though for some people, they look at what we're doing and the investments we're making and they're like, oh my God, it's a lot of money. But for us, we're like, yes, this is what we have at the moment. This is what we're growing to at the moment. But we've hung out in rooms, talked to people who just make us look like, small fries.
In the last couple of weeks, people in the Alchemist community have hung out with billionaires, including 10X with Grant Cardone. And I got, Welter and I got the opportunity to hang out with another guy online, and the deals that they're making are just like, it's the same deal, but it's just much, much, much bigger. And you're almost like, geez, I didn't even get out of bed this morning. This guy's just crushing it. It's just
amazing. The size of deals and the leverage that they use is just, that's what changes the game. It's the amount of leverage they're willing to use. Yeah. And the confidence that they have that it'll all work out, and it generally does.
Yeah, but it's really, I mean, not that I can speak to these big deals, but it looks to me from the outside like they're doing the same deal.
Same deal we're doing, just more dollars.
So just instead of saying $1 million, like first, some people are saying thousand. I need, not need.
Well, they're saying that, but I know.
Yeah, I need to get, say $100,000, and then there's a next level up. We say, well, I need to get $1 million. And these guys are saying, literally, I swear to God, these were the conversations. I need to get $1 billion. That's what they're.
I've had one of them tell me, I won't touch a deal unless it makes at least $1 billion.
Yeah.
I won't even talk about it. Won't touch it unless it makes at least $1 billion. It's not worth my time. It doesn't get me excited. Like, this is what he said this to me. I was like, whoa.
That was in that book.
Explains why consistently every deal is $1 billion deal.
Yeah. Ramey's book, Can You Really Think and Grow Rich, which I highly recommend. He says that he was going to buy Universal Studios. And so the price tag that he had was $18 billion. So he went to a lunch where he knew the guy was going to be, and got a commitment from the guy for $4 billion. That was just one investor. And based on that, he got other investors, but then it didn't work out. But geez, if you can get someone to just put $4 billion into your deal, we are playing small.
Yeah.
We are playing
You've
small.
just got to ask somebody with, $20 billion to throw it in. Like, by the way, they're on record. They're not hard to find, right?
Right.
A warning to all billionaires. They're coming for you now after this call.
Yeah, and if
guys,
this
I gotta
helps.
jump off. I got another appointment. So if we can take us out of here, Mike.
Yeah. Massive income from passive income. See ya.
Bitch, what's your phrase, brother?
Organize and collect.
So we're all adding these link trees to our bio. Click the link above, below, sideways, share, like, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. The point is not to work. It's to generate income. Cheers to your success. We have a choice.
Always work with
Always
the
work with
best.
the best.
Peace.
See you guys.
Have a great day.
Home.
Lithium.